the 14th, 2025. And this is the Voice of the People FM 90.3 on the dial. And I am Citizen Jones Hussein with the first of 2-hour offering, the first of a 2-hour offering here. The first leg, I'm sure you are familiar now, is the newspaper headliners. The papers are in, so we'll make to share the headline story, some headliners with you, just so you will get informed and become educated. This is also in the hope that you'll step out there, get your favorite paper and all papers there. Stop your gut reactions. Well, I'm not alone. The proud Edo son is here. His name is Charles Ideho. Charles, I want to say good morning to you and welcome.
Say wet morning, but my area of Lagos is actually wet.
Yeah.
It was when I drove to the airport road connecting the Ikeja that it began drying out, but the cloud is quite misty, as Majak Fasha would say, missing and cloudy.
Yeah.
And it's easily massive. It's going to rain today. Good morning one more time.
Okay, so as I said, the papers are already in, so we'll make to share the headline stories with you. And then, of course, the first paper here would be the Daily Post. The Daily Post leads with Agbakoba explains why Tinubu can't achieve meaningful economic reform.
I read a report.
That's his
own idea.
His own idea.
Yes.
Is a personal.
Personal idea. Agbakoba is somebody you can't put down with a wave of the hand. He's made his mark. He also was incarcerated for while he was also working with other people to bring about democracy in Nigeria. Former national NBA chairman. And so, but I personally do not agree with what he said. What he said actually may work in ideal situation, but where he's saying that the federal government should touch again the exclusive list and transfer most of the things to the state. To subnational. I said, but
he knows, as a lawyer knows it has to go to the National Assembly.
Yeah, no. Well, a National Assembly.
And then 2/3 of 36 states must agree.
No, so exactly. But again, if you did that, I wouldn't know. But again, the subnationals have been receiving a lot of things. Okay, now the subnationals can generate their own power, right? So what is stopping the Akwa Ibom from generating its own power? What's stopping they do from generating its own power? So if you take this seat there,
the Muhammadu Buhari government had removed electricity
from
business
the electricity
to the concurrent.
Yes, but that's what he's saying. It should devolve. It should devolve.
No, but this particular story is explaining why Tinubu can't achieve.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he can only do it when he remove all these things and place on the states. What I'm saying is that the ones that the states already done with it.
Charles, what I always say is this: before Tinubu took over, or before he became elected, he knew that the country, my country, your country, was in a very bad place, and that you needed a lot of retooling, and the retooling was going to come with taking hard decisions. Okay, other stories. Court admits Radio Biafra transmitter as evidence in Nnamdi Kanu's trial.
Yes, I think right now, they moved that aspect of the trial to the DSS headquarters because he said that the container with which the transmitter was imported to the country for the broadcasting of Radio Biafra, he has something to do with it. So right now, that aspect of trial is going to be taking place at the DSS headquarters, where they can do whether it's forensic, whatever nomenclature. They're going to be doing an examination and all that in order to see whether indeed he is culpable of that allegation.
Put simply, the court process is on.
It's on.
So
yeah.
but
moving into DSS headquarters is what. Can you move? Court can be moved, right? I don't know if court can be moved from his.
Charles, me and no be lawyer.
No, me and they ask. I seek to know.
So in the coming days, very interesting.
We know
regarding the case. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Other stories here. Terrorism charges. Judge moves Nnamdi Kanu's trial to DSS headquarters.
Okay, I just mentioned that. Yes.
Okay. Nigerian Aviation Minister Kayamo probes clash between Air Peace and Oshomole.
You see, I hear a lot of commentaries on this matter. Oshomole was, what is he? He's a leader. But I listened to it. There was one eyewitness who also came out with an independent report that even when Oshomole came, they said, this gate has been closed. No, but you gave me that. And you said we could check in online.
Online, yeah.
And he did. He came. We still have about how many minutes to go? Okay, they say when whoever the now came, come. He was trying to drag him to say, don't worry, we'll sort you out. Don't sort me out. How about this woman too, who also checked in online, who came here even about 1 hour before departure. So the woman with her own baby, are you also going to sort her out? I don't want to be sorted out. Everybody who has paid, ensure that they get they all bought.
A fair deal.
They all bought.
Yeah.
You are saying, okay, what they said he did, I mean, according to Shomole's report, is that, and the other independent eyewitness said that Air Peace will sell a ticket for about 145,000 naira. Now, if you sell for about 200 people, and now bring a plane that will be able to convey about 145. So there will now be the problem of people running. Okay, you want to go, pay 200,000, pay 300,000, pay 250,000 naira, which is Shomole, according to Shomole and another eyewitness said there, Shomole was trying to weed out that you can't treat people. You know, I'm done with that. So let's see that.
More stories. It's just the beginning. This is a curious one coming from Femi Fani-Kayode. It's just the beginning. Fani-Kayode hails Iran's retaliation against Israel.
Well, I wouldn't know where it stands.
But you know the palaver in the Middle East.
Yes, I do. And Nigerians are
the Middle East, and for that matter, the world is on the brink.
Yes, and a lot of people. I mean, not a lot of people. People, I read in social media, people are trying to now make a division between Christianity and Islam. No, Israel is not a Christian state. People should know Israel is not a Christian. It's not a Christian state.
As a matter of fact,
they don't even believe in Jesus Christ.
As a matter of fact, there are more Muslims in
Israel than
Christians.
they imagine that. So they are It's a Jewish state, not a Christian state.
They are basically Judaism.
Exactly. So I wouldn't know why it has to. What's his name? Fani-Kayode is a crime more than they believe. I don't know. But Israel said they have a right to exist there, and Iran is saying no, their nuclear deal is for domestic use. But America is saying no. If you have a nuclear power in the hands of the wrong people, which is what they are doing now. So, and Iran said Israel has no right to exist, but Israel said they have a right to exist because they were brought into existence by the UN. So, I want to stay aloof as a person from that story.
Okay, political temperature in Rivers has dropped significantly. Group observes.
How about the injustice?
We're dealing with the headline.
No, I am asking it.
I'm not opinion.
Not you. I wasn't asking you.
No, but let's deal with the headline.
It has reduced significantly, but people are still saying that.
Who are these people?
Over in Rivers State.
Your people.
No, we cannot see the back of our friend. I have a lot of friends who say, look, Edo State is under an elected government, Akwa Ibom State, Dicto, illegal. Say, hi about us, we're having somebody who is a military, former military.
Let's stay with the headline.
No, I'm staying with the headline. There are things that usually surround headlines, which is what I'm working on.
No. Because you are not helping the listener.
Well, the headline usually, thankfully, all of us were editors one of the time.
we are advised not to opinionate.
Yes, no opinionation. No, I'm only analyzing.
Step out of line.
Okay, bring me back to line.
PDP crisis. Southeast leaders chairman endorsed Anyanwu as national secretary.
Well, Anyanwu has been. Is it the same Anyanwu? The Anyanwu that has the problem with him? Because they said the Anyanwu himself. The law books of the party says that if you are going to vie for any position, you must resign. Now Anyanwu was holding on to that position and then he went for governorship. When he lost the primary, he now returned. I said, but Oga, you went for another one. I may say, no, how can you use one hand to hold one position and use that one to seek the other? So that's been the problem. But if they have all resolved to have him there, who am I to say no to them? Let them resolve it so that we can have a semblance of peace over there.
Okay. Zamfara, PDP to sue Matawale over alleged defamation against Governor Lawal.
Well, they are friends. Actually, they are friends over there.
But in politics, they say friendship not permanent.
Exactly. Interest.
Enmity, not permanent.
It's interest. It's interest.
Okay. We are done with the Daily Post. Let's move to the Punch now. The Punch newspaper is here. The lead story, June 12, MKO Abiola's family demands 45 billion naira contract debt details.
But I'm asking a question. The family, they didn't know that the federal government owed MK Abiola this sum of money until they had to wait for Sule Lamido. Lamido to
about 2 weeks ago.
This thing's about in the 70s. So, Isaiah Murtala Mohammed, before he was assassinated, actually confirmed that the contract was executed by his company ICC, International Communication. I can't remember what it is. ICC.
Yeah.
No, ITT. International Telecommunication.
Telegraph.
Well, I can't recall what. I think the headquarters was in Jibo or something.
Jibo, yeah. Yeah, by the railway line.
So the question I'm asking is, where because Sule Lamido just says so the family suddenly remember that their father was owed money.
Okay, so here this one. Only 2025 elected local government officials can run Osun Council's electoral chair.
Yeah, it's OSEC. OSEC is an acronym for Osun State Independent Electoral. But the appeal court says that the APC leadership that is now trying. I mean, there's been a furor over there that they said there was a court judgment, which of course was misunderstood according to them. They said they have to lay claim to their positions. When they came, about three people died. Now the civil servants in Osun State are refusing to go back to work because they said the environment is not safe. Now PDP is saying that appeal court has said that the APC leadership that was sacked remains sacked. Now the election that they conducted in February 25 subsists. So a lot of higi haga in us will say it as is not sure right now. They should just find a political. Is it political now or constitutional means to solve the whole matter? It's in court. It's in court. And appeal court just came up with a pronouncement that the APC leadership remains sacked or something.
Okay, this one. Israel-Iran strikes spark calls for restraint as tensions rise.
Who is restraining who? To restrain is Iran that is defending itself, or for restraining Israel that is saying they have a right to exist. But IDF is an acronym for Israeli Defense Forces.
Yeah.
Defend, because they've always said that they don't attack first. They defend when they are attacked. But this time around, they were the one that struck.
Except that IDF is not involved here. The calls for restraint as tensions rise, one of them, the UN Secretary General Guterres, Antonio Guterres, says they should de-escalate tension.
That's what I'm saying. We're saying the same thing. But again, the tension, IDF is also involved. Who shot all those missiles and all the missiles that killed the high powered Iranians.
No be me. Okay, hear this one. Man who survived 1998 plane crash reacts after Air India survivor sat in same seat.
I watched a video that somebody, an aviation expert, explained how the guy came. Somebody also said it's possible. I mean, these are conjectures. It was possible that the lady, the air hostess that shot the plane. I learned that plane air crash. So the plane door, for the exit and entry is manually operated, and deliberately so, because in case there's any emergency, you have to manually open it. If it's electronically controlled, there will be a problem. Somebody is saying that even as the plane flew, that something jumped out. That it's possible that the door was not properly locked. I wouldn't know. But again, it's supposed to show at the cockpit. So this young man left his seat and went close to the door, and then that was when the thing crashed, and then the man was flung out of the plane.
Yeah, I'm dealing with this particular flight in India.
Yes.
The seat number is 11A.
Yes, 11A is close to the front, not to the back.
Yeah, and the man said he had a sound.
Yeah, a sound.
And then
that's what he knew. Before he knew, he landed down
and
the
the
ground.
plane crashed into
A building.
a refectory.
A refectory, yeah, exactly. I saw it, exactly.
What they call it, canteen.
A canteen. But somebody said that usually when plane crashes, those at the back have less impact. It's only in the front. But this one he was surprised that sitting close to the front. I said, well, somebody said, oh, maybe it was he prayed. I said, but this man is a Hindu. I mean, it's not about Christianity. It's a Hindu. But whoever will be saved has nothing to do with Christianity and all that. That's exactly what they're saying over there.
Very, very sad. The bulk of those who died, Indians.
I think tech giants.
Yeah, one Canadian.
And there was a man and a family. The man got a job in England, in the UK, in tech actually.
Yeah.
And then his wife was a medical doctor in India. The wife resigned 3 days earlier to reunite with the family in the UK to get a new job. And herself, the husband who came to pick her, and their 3 children all got burnt in that ill-fated. And they said the pilot has about over 8,000 flight hours.
Well, there's no armor against fate.
There's none.
According to Caesar. Yeah, hear this one. Unlikely unions. This is still the Punch. Unlikely unions. Nigerian men turn to old white brides for love and luxury.
Oh, I missed that in the news. What was I missed that? I should. It would have been interesting to read, but I missed that. I missed that headline.
Well, that Nigerian men, minus my humble self,
myself as well,
are getting attracted to white brides, Onyibo women.
But the thing is,
for love and luxury. Please underline love and luxury.
But who gives the luxury? but earlier in the year, the trend was that Nigerians were now marrying more of Uganda and Kenya. And even President Ruto even said jokingly that he doesn't know why their women are now having a preference for Nigerian men. Even had his daughter first, second daughter married to Nigerian. So Kenya men, why are you there? Why are you here? And then the Nigerians are stealing your women, taking your women away.
All right. Make we leave love alone. More stories.
Okay.
Wike mocks critics of Tinubu 39 billion naira ICC renovation.
I think people are asking him when this thing was built in 1991. The entire structure was built at the rate of 240 million naira.
Well, also remember that the naira was still powerful.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
Relatively.
That you should look at it between then and now, 1991 and 2005. A lot of things has happened. Besides the only thing that wasn't changed, there was the blocks. Every other thing was changed, and that they needed to have it befitting. And he also, people are saying, okay, why are you naming everything after Tinubu? He said, well, Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, was it built by Azikiwe? Moshood Abiola Stadium, was it built by him? So why would you not name it after him?
Okay.
Politicians, eh?
Another crazy story from the Punch. outrage as Port Harcourt realtor strips female birthday celebrants naked at nightclub.
Yes, one nightclub in Port Harcourt. They said the lady and her friend went there for birthday. This realtor, was Maduba, is his name, Maduba or something, asked the lady made love advances to her. She said she didn't want and all that. The man said why, and he came with a mopo detail. I said, who do you think you are? This is if I not agree, you will force me. I will beat you. You want to beat me? Okay, come and beat me up then. Before you know it, bottom was broken, and before you know it, one teeth gone and all that. One tooth gone, and that's exactly how fracas ensued. And then before you know it, blood and cries. But it's quite a gory sight to watch when
another crazy one. Police arrest 2 as Anambra security operatives kill 17-year-old.
Yes, they said the young boy was sitting at a covert in one community, and then Agune Chamber. Agune Chamber is the name of their operation sweep there, or what do you call Lagos State now? Okay. It used to be Operation Muchapu. Remember Muchapu? But this is now called Agune Chamber. So they were in a hot chase of perceived criminals, and they were not shooting guns sporadically until then one bullet caught this 17-year-old boy, and then before you know it, life was lost. So people are now saying, why are you shooting like that if you want to arrest a criminal? Is that how to go about it? Which is why people are saying these are non-state actors.
Yeah.
Okay, if it were policemen, I know they also have their fair share of the blame, but I'm sure they could have handled that case better than Agune Chamber.
Yeah. All right, let's try more papers. I have next. The Nation newspaper is here. Tinubu to PDP and others. Put your house in order before 2027.
Yeah, we had also discussed that on TV yesterday. Tinubu was telling them that all this issue of one party state, he is not even an advocate for one party state. He also traced his history, how he was the only one man remaining as AD when PDP they were supposed to have a Omawani kind of thing. Omawani is our own son. They wanted to vote for
Omawani.
They wanted Omawani, our own child. That's I'm talking about no. That's our children, our child. So they wanted to vote for Obasanjo at the national, but let the AD win but at the end of the day, they swept the whole thing, remaining one state out of the 6. So he's saying that he, who fought against one party state, how can he now be advocating for that? That PDP, okay, you allow your members to, why don't you do something that will make them stay? So all of you, PDP and every other party, go and put your house in order and then stop blaming APC for people jumping in there. But I think I agree with him, honestly.
At the time, the PDP was at the helm.
PDP, I mean, Obasa said they were going to spend 60 years, but it ended up to be 16 years.
Yeah, maybe
60, 16. Oh, no, 60. He said 60. 60.
Okay, hear this one. I hear that you are, that's Ondo State. I hear that you are to disburse Tinubu's 1.2 billion naira renewed hope cash conditional transfer to over 16,000 households.
Well, I thought this thing, remember trader money? That money they didn't cover that money and all. They just said, why is it always done almost close to the time of election? It's a rhetorical question. Why is it not done? Okay, bearing all the whether election or not, why is it not done? And number 2, where is the data to rely upon? Apart from how many people they are all captured in national data. So how would you know that the household? Remember during 2020 COVID-19 that what's the name of that woman that was the minister for humanitarian disaster or whatever management at that time said they were feeding school children that were all locked up. And you were feeding them. Were you bringing the food to their homes? Today, I didn't see anybody who actually laid claim to having received anything. But now they are still on, driving on that anyway.
All right. Nigeria on path of economic renewal, global respect, Idris. is saying that.
I think that
what you need to do is get a copy of
that and so.
Of the Nation, sort that story.
But he said South Africa has just emerged as the number one industrialized nation in Africa and the number one economy. So Nigeria, we beat South Africa one time and we went to church for Thanksgiving. I don't know what they're going to be doing now.
Okay. Wiki says you lack good taste. He replies, critics defends 39 billion conference.
It's the same
center renovation.
ICC. That is not good taste because he says you should go there and look at it and see how the place is looking so good because they did everything.
What's new? Yeah.
Everything about it.
Okay. Let's move to the Vanguard now. The lead story in the Vanguard today is oil bunkers probe all JTF commanders, operatives from OBJ government to date, Niger Delta stakeholders.
And there's a reason for that.
Right.
I recall that all the JTF commanders, most of them went there. This is not, I'm not saying this for just saying sake, because I have read over and over again. I have caused also, so I was one of the panelists on Punch's spaces. I mean, this space, Twitter space, for a number of times. Now, the thing is that in most cases where you take them there, okay, let me give you an example. They brought a major. The major just resumed as JTF commander, and then his boys came. They brought 10 million naira 1 week. Oga, I said, where's the money for? Oga, this is just to welcome you, sir. More will come from where this one comes from. And then people will be transferred out, and they will spend money to be transferred back to that place. Because there's something. What is the denominator? What is the attraction that is bringing them there? It means that there is something that is attracting them, that is bringing them over there. Can you imagine that somebody just resumed work? You are the very first 1 week, you are giving the person 10 million naira to welcome him and promising him that where that one is coming from, more is coming. I just say closer. Okay, boys, you are doing well, boys. And then all of them, they all went there and left them stupendously rich. But who's going to bell the cat?
Yeah.
Who's going to bell the cat?
Is there a cat and is there a bell? Remember the Yoruba saying, Isheke kere, Owonla. All right. Lagos airport drama. Your state is in the news.
No, not my state. It's Oshomole.
Oshomole no be Edo again.
No, Oshomole is not my state. It's an Edo indigene.
Okay. Oshomole unruly, attitude unacceptable, airline operator.
And that's what they're saying. They said that he ought to have handled it more properly, and the impropriety of the way he handled it is what they are questioning.
But
instead of making the falls,
two-way street.
Making the falls out of it.
It's a two-way street.
Okay.
Airline operators must learn to respect flyers.
Yes.
Because they bring the money.
The flying public.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hear this one. Still in the Vanguard. Night of tributes as FG governors Obi of Warri, Shoyinka, media.
No, Olu of Warri.
Olu of Warri.
Yeah.
Did I say Obi? Come on. Media icons. Others celebrate Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam turned 90 on
years.
Friday. Yesterday.
90 years.
Yeah, 90. That's he's lived well. He's been. I remember Uncle Sam when I was. Whenever I remember Vanguard, I remember Uncle Sam. And he talks like a woman. Yeah, my dad. Have you heard him talk before? Yeah. He speaks like his voice he has a very tiny voice or thin voice.
I've been following Uncle Sam for goodness knows how long.
I narrowly miss working in Vanguard. Okay. Narrowly, as a reporter. So that's why I didn't meet him.
Is the gap widening now?
No, I've left the print. I moved on to electronics, so I'm now a broadcaster rather than a writer.
Okay. I remember the Nigerian Morning Post used to be on Malu Road, Apapa.
You never born on that time?
It was then Sat Sam, I remember. But today at 90, I think Uncle Sam Amuka is a happy Sam. Is a Amuka Pemu is a happy Sam today. All right, more stories in the Vanguard. anger as Covenant University student slumps and dies.
I missed that in the news as well. I don't know whatever happened to that. But a lot of people are just working corpses. I think the health is a problem, the stress. But is it exam stress or maybe they had underlying medical condition or something?
The listener is encouraged to read the Vanguard, to read the story in the Vanguard. How about this? Tinubu to unleash forest guards on bandits, kidnappers, and terrorists.
Well, that news broke before, I think it was last month when it said the federal government has approved the establishment of forest guards.
About 130,000 of them. Yeah, I remember.
But maybe that will work more in the south. There are no forests. There are not much forests in the north. Savannah. Maybe to work more in Ondo. From Ondo down.
More forests, they north. So you better believe it.
No, I know there's forests in the Niger, Kaduna Bay.
Sambisa.
Sambisa is not a forest.
What is it?
People have come out to say it is not a forest. Sambisa is not a forest. That you can stand here where we are located at Airport Road and see somebody at a Rainbow bus stop.
Terrorists not for hide there.
They don't hide there. Okay, let's do that.
We're not quarreling here. Yeah. More stories in the Vanguard. Moghalu unveils running mate, declares Labour Party battle ready for Anambra election.
So Moghalu has left presidential and he's gone to sub-national. This is where I quarrel with in the inconsistency of Nigerian some of these politicians. Imagine a Christian Moghalu at the National Assembly. Imagine what's his name now? Imagine Sowore at the National Assembly. All these people wanted to be president at all costs. Imagine them doing certain things at the sub-national or even at legislators. Moghalu, twice he tried his luck. One as a YPP and the other one as a ADC also. Now he's going back to Anambra as a Labour gubernatorial or something. These people should start building the thing from the grassroots. Then it is supposed to be bottom up, not the other way around at all.
All right, let's move to this day newspaper today. Iran fires ballistic missiles at Israel in response to attacks. Fresh strikes launched at Iranian nuclear sites.
Yes, I understand that.
I think Iran cannot forgive Israel for the death of
the highly placed
some highly placed military generals.
This were come on. Israel.
And when you hear that Mossad snaked the weapons into Iran,
how did they do that?
Well, that's why Mossad is number one. The Secret Service.
Well, exactly.
I'm telling you.
And most of them, in fact, they even provide some of this thing for the US. That's why US can't let them be. And then, but I understand that they have demystified the dome. What do you call this? What do you call that? Something dome. The IDF dome.
Oh yeah.
That he actually protect. Yeah. It didn't. I mean, the strike couldn't even be diverted or even be obstructed mid-air.
Okay. All right. More stories in this day. Let me see now. I have here. Appeal court acquits ex-Nemasa DG Akpobulokemi of 754.9 million naira fraud charges.
I never knew that case was still on. Akpobulokemi just, the name hardly came into the news after, it was went to the hilt during the Buhari years. He just fiddled out, and I think if I didn't hear it, I wouldn't even knew that. I wouldn't even know that. I wouldn't have known. I met that Bobolokemi is still in the news, but when he's been acquitted, let him go home and, as they say, enjoy his whatever he has, whatever came to his son, whether properly or improperly.
Yeah. Tinubu pays glowing tribute to Vanguard publisher Sam Amoka.
Happy birthday to him. Happy birthday
at 90. One more time. Happy birthday.
To him, yeah.
To live 90 years
90,
in my country, your country, is a big achievement.
Yes, exactly.
I saw him last Wednesday. He's still counting.
Well, that 90 year was Moses' 10th anniversary of his work in Israel when he was appointed to deliver his people. So he started his journey at 8.
Yeah, except that in Moses' time, they were not calendar years; they were lunar years.
Well, lunar is just one month higher than the
three.
calendar.
Or
No,
three,
one.
three shorter.
13. No, 13 moons make 1 year calendar year. So you have 12 months
They were not
calendar, and then you have 13
Moses'
lunar.
time, they were not a calendar year.
But I'm saying that it's just a year, a 1 month. Okay, 1 moon more than the.
Okay, hear this. Iran appoints new military chiefs after Israel strikes killed top commanders.
But Israel was saying that those they killed, they had no right to exist. That they were a threat to world peace. I'm watching it's like a film, like a movie. It's just that this one is real.
Israel closes diplomatic missions worldwide amid military operations in Iran.
And they have won their national, whether they're in Nigeria, whether they're anywhere. Please, for now, be careful. Don't bring yourself out that you are a proud Israeli. Don't your flags that you're hanging on your cars or your please remove them. Don't post on the social media, and it's not for now. Just be underground, because they can get you anywhere in retaliation. So every Israeli, whether you're Nigerian, whether you're in Akwa Ibom, anywhere you are, please just stay out of the limelight for now. Okay. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, to consider Israel a country of about 10 million people standing firm in the midst of enemies surrounded by enemies from day one of creation. That's May 1948.
1948, yes.
48, yeah. Okay.
But sorry, is it possible for Israel to exist without the support of the US or something? I don't know. I'm just people keep saying so that whatever is happening now is a proxy war between America and Iran.
Wait, Charles, for the sake of it, let's go there. Israel, a desert country, produces grapes, and their agriculture is top notch. Yes. Now America do one.
Okay, let's leave it there. Second base.
All right, we move straight to the Sun now. The Sun leads with this. Court admits Radio Biafra transmitter allegedly smuggled into Nigeria by Kano.
As an exhibit. That's what they've gone to the DSZ headquarters right now to go examine those ones and also know whether the culpability of the man, as alleged, is founded. Yes.
Okay. Persona non grata. Metamorphosis of a nobody to a somebody. Okay. That might be an opinion. Cross River government dismisses reports of disruption at NDDC event.
No, I also missed that. I missed that.
So the listener is encouraged to get a copy of the Sun if you are interested in that story. Yeah, why not? Senator Dixon can't distract Tinubu's visible gain in Niger Delta with political rhetoric.
But
Lokobiri is saying this.
I just love what the man is. When people are going this way, this might go this way. And why not? I mean, it's right. He's a PDP senator and an APC government. Well, he can't be singing the song. But I mean, National Assembly is not a choir that all choristers must sing to the notes.
But when it comes to I, they go sing like.
No, there's no. But again, some voices are not heard. The I is usually loud, so you wouldn't know who is saying the nay is dwarfed or even
naturally.
Naturally.
Okay. APC chieftain tackles Buni over Sunday morning Northeast zonal meeting.
I also missed that.
Yeah. Imbroglio over Osun local government crisis settled.
Settled is it depends on who is saying so. It's ascribed to the government. I mean, credited to the government.
Yeah, government.
Government is saying yes that appeal court has finally laid to rest the claim by APC, because the court says no, that the sacking is the sacking of the APC is how do I say it now, is constitutional. That the election of February 25th, 2025 should be upheld. So, but the APC is saying no. That but again, appellate court, the court of lower jurisdiction, gave its own judgment. A court of higher has said this. So, which one should we take?
All right, let's talk some more politics. Opposition must get act together. Tinubu won't help. This is Saraki.
Yes, exactly. Mr. Saraki is also happy that his photograph has once again is now being hung on as one of the former president. I don't know who dropped the photograph because we cannot erase that from history. So he can't erase from history.
Which Saraki?
Saraki, the
father or the son?
No. The father has been dead for how many years now? The Saraki, Bukola Saraki. His photograph was removed from the National Assembly. Was hung on. He's supposed to be hung on the wall as former.
Oh yeah.
But now Ababio has brought it back.
Former number.
Ababio has rehung it. Now he's happy, but he's the one telling his people, "But let's find a way to work according to what Tinubu said." Tinubu said, "I'm not. Look, I don't envy you. I'm even happy that you're in disarray."
Yeah,
that should be a challenge to them to say, "Okay, let's prove Tinubu wrong. That indeed we can come together and build the party one more time to national reckoning."
Okay.
I was happy you flipped away with somebody. I thought we were going to talk about somebody when I saw the photograph there. And then you now have a reason to take a swipe at my state one more time. But you commented on my post on Facebook that I don't know carry the governor of Edo State now has bought new buses for revitalization for Edo line, and it's going to start. It's commence operation 27th of this month. So I don't know the carry last week.
And I told you I look forward to Inyangite and
exactly Inyangite.
Who took motors?
Oh God, the days of Inyangite to Yo and to Calabar.
Oh, yeah.
But thankfully this month is there and it's bringing by a Edo line. So we're going to be seeing a Edo line very soon.
Okay. I don't know the carry.
You know the carry last.
Yeah, but when I don't carry first.
We just carry Vanguard first now.
Since Anini.
We just carry first again now for resuscitating the Edo line.
All right. Democracy Day. Kate Henshaw expresses sadness over state of nation.
Well, she's been here. I think she's in her 50s. So she has a right to be able to know. Because for me, I also, in Nigeria, when I was in secondary school in the 80s, I mean, things were in this tough. And I keep saying it with pride that my parents paid 30 naira as boarding fees for me, to be in school for a whole term. 30 naira to feed for, breakfast, lunch.
Do you know that was huge money?
Yes. I mean, books were given to us free of charge. Only uniform and then lockers and this. But then we just bring our phone to the dormitory and that's it. And we were fed 3 times a day for 30 naira, for 3 months. Then when I gain admission to University of Lagos to run an OND course, a diploma course, how much did I spend from Iyaro to Yaba? No, to Oshodi was 50 naira. How much did I use to enroll WAEC? It was 55 naira because 5 naira was for biological practical. So I saw Nigeria that was good in the 80s.
Let me go there. I paid 10 naira from Lagos to Uyo.
Inyangite moto. You see?
That's nostalgia.
The people were flying with 90 naira for air ticket to the UK.
Lagos to Calabar, yes. 37 naira I paid.
So Kate Henshaw must have witnessed some of these things too. So she has the right to make comparisons.
All right, folks. So that will just about do it for stories in the papers for today. Let's swing the microphone over to you. The number is 0803 692 9933. What story or what stories caught your fancy? Let's go there. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Juice.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Hussein. Go on, sir.
Okay, my name is Robert. I greet your guest also. let me commend you, sir, for your prompt. You are straightforward to the newspaper headline. I listen to other stations. You are not diversionary. Having said that, I also want to say that to someone who being a senator, you're supposed to take this thing not personal. I know you try to help somebody, but you should have done it in a more mature way so that it will not go out of proportion. Having said that, thank God that the aviation minister said he will investigate on the matter. I just pray that peace come out of it. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well, it's not that Robert Oshomole is not a senator, he's a senator. He's not a senator, he's a senator.
Okay. Okay, take your turn. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, citizen. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is National from Ojalaba.
All right, National.
Yeah, talking about head of state saying the opposition should put their houses together come 2027. I laugh at that because it's a voice of who do you call it? Jacob and the hand of Esau. You should go and put your house together. What is Wike doing at PDP? And what of others are doing the same thing at the Labour Party? Oh my God! Yes, everybody got to sit down and beg.
Now, blessing, now drama, blessing our Dakarikari. New masquerade.
Brother, you know, the late Napoleon Bonaparte said, in politics, if your enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt him.
Yeah, leave him. Let him make mistake. Is it the Bonaparte of Ejabo, which of them?
No. Napoleon of France.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Last week, I listened to you and Lowe. Yes, as I was driving to Benin, I was listening to you, but if your station left when I go to Mowe or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, the two generals.
I greet you, sir.
How many stars?
Yeah, he's calling from Maja.
Okay.
All right, go on.
So now, just want to respond concerning the mockery of allegedly by Mr. President. He is not the opposition party, really, that are in this job. But I want to tell you that the majority of Nigerians, they are the one forming opposition against the plea on their performance since for about 2 years now. They have removed the petroleum subsidy, which has multiplier effect on our health institution, on our education institution, on our infrastructural institutions, which Nigerians are clamoring for. We don't have any business with their politicians. It's unfortunate that Mr. President has the opportunity to instill and renew our hope on that particular day, but instead, he continues to mock us.
All right.
1
minute, 60 seconds up. Thank you. Okay, take your turn. What story or stories caught your fancy? How would you want to react to it or to them? Let's go there. Hello, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Citizen Jones.
I greet you, sir.
My name is Baba G. Mr. Charles, I greet you.
Baba, you don't find me come here.
Honestly, you close market.
my monetary spirit.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right.
Yeah, quickly, let me react to Mr. President's speech. You know, I think when he said he's seeking sheep without a life jacket, you know, I was asking myself a question. You know, the scripture, there is a sheep. Was it Jonah? Somebody was inside the sheep. When the sheep wanted to seek, they said they should remove that person first. And at the end of the day, they throw that person inside the sea, and the sheep, you know, at the end of the day, did not seek again. And what I'm asking myself quickly because of time, it is in Jones. Now, Mr. President said they will defend democracy. But if you look at Rivers State, there is no lawyer, no senior lawyer in Nigeria I think they should name one that said the president can remove a sitting governor.
Please,
when you declare a state of emergency.
Don't sell a different agenda to us. Are you reacting to this? Sorry. Thank you.
No, I'm talking about democracy, sir.
So you are not reacting to a story. Thank you.
It went on a wild goose chase.
So you are opinionating.
Yeah.
And so it pays to keep within the story we shared or stories we shared.
Be on track.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, John.
Welcome. Welcome.
Good morning to you, sir. Yeah.
I am Mary. I'm calling from Preston.
Welcome.
It's unfortunate the kind of address that Nigerians got on that Democracy Day, June 12th. From what the president was saying, though I don't normally listen to him because
what story are you reacting
to? The story about opposition parties that President Tinubu said. That's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
He says opposition should put their houses in order.
Before 2027.
Yes, before 2027.
Yeah.
That statement should have arisen on that platform because we're talking about how far democracy has spread in Nigeria from June 12 and all those things. It means that the man is just politicking, doesn't believe in governance. Democracy has not spread well in this country. And so if I may say that the democracy is almost gone. So people should not take that kind of this thing because it doesn't affect the life of Nigerians.
For me, you are not addressing any particular story.
Mr. Jones, I'm just talking about that statement. Okay. That statement was not supposed to have said at the floor of the National Assembly.
Deal. You want me to change it? I can't change it. It has happened.
I'm not saying you should change. I'm saying that people, some of you who listen to the man.
What's his name? Kayode Fayemi. He says that what we have in Nigeria is not democracy, but it's a civil rule. What's the difference?
All right, let me take one last but not least call for today. Good morning to you.
Hello, Stephen Joe.
Welcome.
I appreciate your effort on the radio. Yeah, there's something that baffles me about our president message on Democracy Day. How can the president say he's happy that somebody's house is sinking as a political opposition? If the president has fought corruption, will opposition parties scatter? This question is what you should answer me. How can a president say they say that if you move to APC, you are safe? Everybody that took money will leave opposition parties because they welcome corruption.
You are expanding the fair now. You are expanding the fair. You are stepping out of line. Thank you.
Can I close?
Yeah.
People who say that the president has no right to say that he is happy that opposition parties are crumbling. I have no because what brought the president is party politics. So would you say you are winning? Real Madrid and Liverpool, they played so many years ago. Then Real Madrid will now say, okay, they are happy to have Liverpool to be playing well. They will do everything possible in order to weaken Liverpool, not to win the match. What brought Tinubu to power is party politics. He has a party whose flag he flew, he's still flying, so he cannot watch for PDP to rebuild and then to defeat the party. So what he said is just political, which of course is done in America. I mean, you saw what's his name, the man that was defeated the other day in America. I forgot his name now. Biden said he was doing everything possible not to allow the Republicans to come. The Republicans was doing everything now because Biden didn't do what was necessary. Then Republicans came and then took the power. So I closed right there.
Yeah, Charles, thank you for another 5-star appearance. See you Saturday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right then. All right. Good morning. We're done. Our next program is 5 minutes away. folks, we are stepping into the second offering for this morning. Citizen Jones today. That's the next offering. And in this offering, what we do is simple. We interrogate issues, germane issues that get thrown up by my country, your country. Let's leave politics alone and discuss something that's affecting all of us, away from politics. Today, West African Examinations Council, what you call WAEC, a sub-regional exams body made inexpedient by compromise and fraud. Get that right. A sub-regional exams body made inexpedient by compromise and fraud. You know, the West African Examinations Council, or WAEC, was established in 1952 to determine the examinations required in the public interest in the English-speaking West African countries to conduct the examinations and to award certificates comparable to these or to those of equivalent examining authorities internationally. Don't forget, the countries involved here are Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and Liberia. All right then, in its 73 years of existence, the WAEC has not only had a handful of Nigerian academics to head the national office, including the late writer and Igbo monarch Vincent Chukwuemeka Ike, and the current head, Dr. Amos Josiah Dangote. This history is just as well, but what interests us here is the spirit of unwholesomeness in the exams body, occasioned by fraud and compromises. These infractions have over time tended to compromise the integrity of examinations. The current probe of WAEC Nigeria, by the National Assembly is a case in point. Examination fraud involves a process of manipulating the process in order to obtain an unfair advantage. Shall we broach this critical subject, please? And my conversationalist this morning is not just a national affairs analyst, he's a father and so understands what we are talking about. He had written the examinations himself. Let's meet and greet Mr. Tumi Olowe. I greet you, Tumi.
Good morning, Citizen Jones. Good morning to our listeners.
Yeah. So, Tumi, WAEC, a sub-regional exams body made inexpedient by compromise and fraud. How do we open
yeah. Well, WAEC has been with us for a long while now.
73 years,
yes,
yeah.
And then we also have NECO, which is
an internal one.
Yes, an internal one. But unless we want to play the ostrich and deceive ourselves, we know that we have issues with exam malpractices. And this was what led to the Decree 20 of 1984.
Okay.
Which says
during Buhari's first coming as a military head of state. Yeah.
And that one stipulated a 10 to 21 years jail term for anybody culpable or found guilty of exam malpractices. In 1999, when we started this, our new is it Fourth Republic?
Okay, Fourth Republic. Yeah.
We now made a law, Act 33 of 1999, which was to repeal Decree 20 and to bring in a new law.
I remember the popular Decree 20 of 1984.
So the excuse then was that government has not been able to effectively apply Decree 20. So Decree Act 33 now reduced that 21 years to 3 to 4 years and a fine of between 50,000 and 100,000. So is either you are fined,
which is saying you can defraud at examinations and be ready to pay 50,000
or 100,000, or the fine and the fine
on the gravity.
the fine and the jail term, or the jail term alone, depending on the circumstances.
Yeah.
So that is the first sign for me that we were not really serious about curbing exam malpractices. So we changed the law because we could not effectively, according to the legislators then, the government couldn't effectively apply that law. So my own question is, since we made the Act 33 of 1999, how effectively has the government applied that law? So when I saw that video of the probe at the National Assembly, I just shook my head, because we're just trying to put out WAEC and hang them to dry. The exam universe, or the exam WAEC exams universe, exam universe, has a pyramid of stakeholders.
Okay.
We have the student at the base. We have teachers, invigilators above them. We have school management. It could be the principal of a public school, or the principal and the owner of a private school. Then we have parents. Above those parents, we have WAEC supervisors. WAEC supervisors are senior teachers that WAEC co-opt into. Deploys during exams. They are not WAEC staff. Then we have the custodian. These are WAEC staff. And the job of the custodian in each zone or sector that they are in is to ensure that exams logistics and the safe keeping of question papers and answer scripts are done and gotten to the necessary destination as they should be. And these are, the custodians are WAEC staff. They could be in admin, but during exams, they are deployed for that purposes. Then we have the government.
Okay.
And I opened...
At the top of the pyramid.
No. The government is just, almost at the top, but WAEC is the service at the top, because they are the administrator of the exam. But the government is there because the government is there to monitor and ensure that these processes are well run, and to punish offenders. The government makes the law enabling the proper conduct of the exam. From my opener, you've noticed that the government said they could not effectively apply a particular law made by them or by the military then. So civilians decided to water it down a bit. But the question is, how effectively has the government enforced that law? So when the National Assembly were doing their investigation, I smiled because...
Or something that looks like it.
Because they're not going to achieve anything. First and foremost, secondary school educations are under the purview of state governments.
State governments,
So there's really little the people at the National Assembly can do except law. This is the law. Are we effectively applying it? Which is what they should go and look at and look at those laws. How has this law effectively aided WAEC to reduce exam malpractices? Because our states are funny, and I'm going to use Imo State as a particular example.
Okay.
In 2022, 256 schools were indicted of exam malpractices in Imo State. And WAEC fined them 500,000 and then 150,000 for the investigation and the wala that they will do. And now said that they were not going to use teachers. Now, those teachers are on the second rung of that pyramid.
Okay.
Teachers, invigilators. Teachers are they use them as invigilators in the exam. 256 schools in a state. And said they would now look for neutral parties to be employed as So that 150 was part of that to handle that logistic.
Okay.
Then the State Assembly in Imo State now discussed. They had a plenary on that matter and faulted WAEC for fining those schools and saying that why would they not want to use the teachers in the school? Now, if you Google what I'm saying, Imo State WAEC matter, you will see it was carried by the dailies then, 2022. The people in Abuja are doing their own. And in Imo State, the assembly members there were fighting WAEC because
are doing their own.
They said WAEC wasn't fair to them.
Yeah.
Did they really carry out an investigation and find out, did these schools, were they culpable of these indictments?
Were they guilty?
Are they guilty?
Okay. To me, I'd like the listener to interact with us. Let's make it a dialogue. If you feel up to raising issues or joining new issues concerning what my guest is saying, call now. Let's put you on. Please remember, WAEC, a sub-regional exams body made inexpedient by compromise and fraud.
So before the call starts coming, now, I've given us that pyramid. Now, in that pyramid, exam fraud is financed and enabled by parents.
Oh, really?
Yes. They are the financiers of exam fraud. They are the ones that pay for special centers. They are the ones that pay or give their children money to pay for Expo. The collaborators, the major collaborators with them are teachers, invigilators, and WAEC supervisors. Of course, some school management are actively involved because they are supposed to ensure the proper conduct of exams within their school premises.
To me, when you hear that certificates from Nigeria are frowned at outside of here, what crosses your mind?
Well,
this same thing we're talking
yes,
about.
when we keep carrying this kind of news and people are hearing how we are not the only country in the WAEC universe in West Africa, but the noise about WAEC examination fraud in Nigeria is quite high.
To me, I have a first caller here. Hello, good morning to you. Well, the number is 0803 692 9933. Do you have anything to say regarding the subject matter? We're looking at WAEC. After 73 years of being, the examinations body is bugged by fraud and inexpedience. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, James.
I greet you.
This is Mr. Tony. She's coming from Kaduna, but I'm a Lagos partner.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Your analyst today, I'm really struggling to understand what exactly he's talking about. I don't really know. I cannot really get it. But from your topic, I don't know if the federal government find out that WAEC is not doing the best thing for the country. Why don't this happen? Just it. If they find out that the excesses are becoming questionable, if they are no more guaranteed that yes, they are going to give us, then let us have our body.
Okay, are you there?
Hello, I can hear you.
Yeah, I thought we got you first time. To me, the man says he has difficulty in determining what you mean.
Well, I think I'm very clear. I'm saying that WAEC alone is not responsible for
the mess.
Yes.
The sub-regional exam
has tried. They've done a whole lot of things to curb exam malpractices. They moved to NIN. They've started putting photos on certificates to curb
something we didn't have before.
Yeah. So WAEC is making all those moves, but the laws that are supposed to punish offenders, how effectively are we achieve that.
And I wonder if the listener understands what we mean when we say parents are culpable here. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Please
Hello, sir.
Keep this noise away. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's okay.
Go on.
Good morning, my people. You know, from the beginning of sunset of this country called Nigeria, this time around is not the time that our children go to exam of NECO, WAEC, and whatever. But why I'm asking a question and also I'm talking, why can't be said now the person that is in charge of country don't have certificate?
Please.
No, I don't want
please,
people
you don't twist this thing. Don't twist what we are discussing. If you can't help the discussion, please let's terminate the call here. Thank you. Gentlemen, we can have a smooth discussion without twisting the tail at all. It doesn't help anybody. Hello. Please, when you get through, do not seek to hear yourself. If you must hear yourself on air, it is going to distort the discussion. It is the reception. Thank you. So we are looking at WAEC as a sub-regional examinations body. After 73 years, we're still having problems with it. I expect the listener, who at best will be a parent, to look at it from the angle of a parent sending the child to school to get educated. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Please put this noise away. Please keep this noise away. Thank you.
The noise is away.
Thank you.
Good morning, sir. This is good news from authority. Concerning the topic, I want to ask, if the country as a whole is directed in the truth, how can the exam be truthful? Thank you. That's my question.
How can what?
The exam body, how can it be truthful when the leaders of the country are liars? Tell me, how can the exam body?
Okay. I cannot quarrel with the let me not quarrel with anybody today. Don't forget the essence of radio, and for that matter, a program like this is to look at our fault lines. We're looking at our fault lines. We make to make suggestions, useful suggestions. I'm talking about WAEC. You are telling me about the leaders of the country. They're two different things. Just that my guest is easing himself, but he would soon join us again. Yeah, 0803 692 9933. WAEC, a sub-regional exams body made inexpedient by compromise and fraud. The listener would be familiar with what I'm talking about. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. This is St. John's.
I greet you, sir.
The big boss. Happy weekend to you.
Same to you.
Yes. Yeah. Please, my problem with us in this country is that we don't know what really we want. You can imagine, every time we blame government agency for everything, you blame the president, you blame the government. Whereas we should start within. Look at what your guest just said. Look at that pyramid. Everybody knows this, but we always like to pretend as if we don't know. The parents are very much culpable. They are the real genesis of the whole problem. Even look at JAM, what happened during the JAM exam too. We know this, but they will be blaming somebody else for our fault lines.
Yeah, and it is on record that many parents help the many parents encourage these so-called special centers.
Exactly, sir. We all know this, but we always like to pretend and blame somebody else for our problems. With the law help other people. Even the way callers in this station used to make their call, though we are not the one on the set.
Please leave the callers on the station.
It's terrible. Thank you.
All right then. This is still the Voice of the People Radio, Voice of the People FM 90.3 on the dial. We're looking at the trouble with WAEC. The National Assembly wants to look at the troubles WAEC seems to be facing. And if we recall that it is not just Nigeria alone, we have Ghana, Sierra Leone, the Gambia, and Liberia still in the mix. So are we helping our children? Are we helping our children? What do you yourself say? Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning to you, John.
I greet you, sir.
My brother, now well done, Gary.
Yeah.
See, what is going on in Nigeria is from the leaders. When they talk of leaders, it's not president. People don't understand. Teachers are leaders. Senators are leaders. Most of our leaders are corrupt. And that is exactly what is going on. Because it's only the leader will control the followers. So if you hear somebody say it's leaders, it's not referring to the president only. It's referring to the people in the front. You can imagine. So if you look at every ministry now, you can see their leaders encourage them to be corrupt. That is what we need to work on.
In what way?
In the ways that we need to direct those that behind him.
In what way? You have not told me. In what way?
For example, now, I had one commissioner of police that challenges inspector by collecting money. These are the samples our leaders need to show. Our leaders need to show that they want that place to be clean. So even the father is a leader. The mother is a leader to the child. So if we are leading, let us lead in a right way. So that.
Thank you. I got you. We will not change the narrative. I don't want to think that the listener is trying to be difficult. Exam malpractice had been a long time coming. I was in secondary school at the time, and I remember that there were rumors of exam malpractice as far back as the 60s. So I talked about certificates issued by Nigerian schools, institutions, being frowned at outside of our country. Are we happy about that? Let me take another listener. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones. Good morning,
Please
sir.
lift up your voice. Lift your voice up.
Good morning, sir. Citizen Jones. Yes.
Hello, are you there?
Hello. Yes, I'm with you.
Okay, no luck. The line is free. Let's look at WAEC after 73 years. Let's look at the issue of the certificates issued by my country, your country. Are we happy about what's happening? Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, Citizen.
I greet you.
Yes, sir. My name is Shola. I'm calling from Egbeda, Lagos.
Yes, Shola.
Okay. Now, straight on. Why the prevalence of exam malpractice? Like you mentioned,
It has been existing even in the 60s. For Citizen Jones, there's one thing I want to point out. Exam malpractice cannot flourish in a system that is anti-corruption, because this malpractice is also corruption, either you like it. So if systems are in place, if there are punitive measures being enacted by the law, for example, look at the time of war against indiscipline. You dare not go and pee on the road. I'm just using for example. So if there are laws for offenders, then it will serve as punitive measures for others. And again, we cannot eliminate the fact that leadership plays a big role. Because when people see that even the leaders in government offices are corrupt, look at everywhere, the institution, everywhere there's often money exchange hands. So punitive measures, the laws are enacted, it will serve as a deterrent to water down from the top. That is just like my opinion. Thank you.
Okay. What do you yourself say? My last caller had said leadership, more like saying from Aso Rock, the problem starts from there. I am talking about you as a listener, you have sent your child to school, and leadership is not sending your child to school. You are not interested in looking at the books, the exercise books of your child, monitoring his progress or her progress at school. And we say it is leadership. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Morning.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. For me.
Well, listener, I've activated your line. You are on air.
I'm with you. Hello,
okay, no luck. The line is still free. Let's look at it. At WAEC, 73 years after, bogged down by inexperience, compromise, and fraud. Hello, good morning to you. Listener, speak. I have activated your call. You are on air now. Okay. I thought for once you could be the resource person, because to me he's slightly indisposed. He's taking care of himself for now. Hello, good morning to you.
A guest, he's blaming the state government as usual. The education policies are made by the Minister of Education. It's not state commissioners. And we have federal secondary schools. So why is he blaming everything state? What is the federal doing? Is it not the federal that will put all the policies that will make education function? So Nigeria registered with WAEC, not states. It was Nigeria that is a member of WAEC, not states. So Nigeria should take responsibility. And every state must bow once you have the head. So it's just because you don't have the head, everything is disarray. And you are now looking for who to blame. Yeah. We have universal basic education. It's a federal government policy. So when children are being educated very well, they will write the exams and they will pass. There will be no expo, there will be no examination by practices. It's just because you know what I was, look at FCT now, they will strike. Then tomorrow, when they now go for my practices, you now blame the teachers, you blame the parents, you blame the students. When the state has not done what they're supposed to do, let Nigeria educate our children. That's what we are saying in this country. That's most important. Not all this flyover showing us. Let the children be educated. Once children are educated, Nigeria will get it right. So you should stop do investigative journalism. This thing you are doing, it touches me. You know the fault, and they are not following the fault, and they are blaming states. Everything, states. What will states do? Let federal do stand ground and do their job, and states will follow.
Mr. Listener, secondary schools are under states, not federal. They are federal government colleges, but secondary school education is under the state. And so if anything goes wrong, I cannot call Aso Rock here. They are two different things. To me, you're getting a lot better.
Yeah, so that's why I started by telling us the story of laws guiding exam malpractices, and then also gave that pyramid to show where everybody is within the pyramid.
If we go back, if the military government of former President Muhammadu Buhari in 1984 rolled out decree number 20, I cannot forget decree number 20, exam malpractice. The jail term, 21 years, there was no option of fine. So, which is saying it's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. In 1999, the decree had to go, and the act came, reducing the jail term to about 2-3 years. Am I right?
Yeah,
and
3 to 4 years.
And a fine of 50,000 or 100,000, depending on the degree of the crime. You know. So, but here we are.
So, for example, I gave that Imo State stories in the news, 2022. And Imo State faulted WAEC, saying WAEC was too harsh on the state. And that's why I also brought to the fore that secondary school education are under the purview of states.
Oh, they are. So they are. Even the listener knows this.
When an exam fraudster is arrested, that person is supposed to be prosecuted within the state where the offense were taken.
When he or she is arrested, the next thing you hear, not only him,
so
you hear something like that.
So going to the federal government is maybe to question why are they monitoring that the states are prosecuting people arrested. The federal government will not prosecute anybody for WAEC offense that took place in each respective states. But we're saying that the financiers and the funders of examination frauds are parents.
Okay.
That's unless we want to deny to ourselves. WAEC is still going on presently. And I know people in Lagos, they know that they have a whole lot of issues on their hand. How they will resolve that, whether we'll just continue to sweep it under the carpet, or they will take people and take them to court, even if they are going to be fined the 50,000. Take them there, let them have the record. It's when we do things like that this thing will go down.
Yeah. Let me take a listener. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. This is John.
I greet you, sir.
Yes, Peter from Papa.
Yeah.
Please, I want to ask something. Is it the Ministry of Education? Is it not the federal government that sets us the rules and laws that guide education?
No vex. So, does your state have?
No, I want to ask.
Does your state have a Ministry of Education?
Even
if you know one answer, let's know you know one answer. Every state has a Ministry of Education.
No, listen to me now. Even if there is a Commissioner of Education in my state, between the two, which of them passes the law that governs education? Is it not the Ministry of Education? Is it not from the federal government?
So we're saying that secondary school administration is under the purview of...
I am not saying so. I am saying between the state and the federal government, which of the ministry passes the law that governs education in Nigeria?
The National Assembly.
So what are we now saying?
But you say it is the state. The state Ministry of Education that licenses that gives out licenses to private schools, all the private schools you have in each respective state, we are not licensed by the federal government. They were licensed by respective state government.
Who told you most of the private schools is not being approved by the federal government?
They are not approved. They are not approved, and that's the truth.
Oh boy.
They are not approved by the federal government. No private secondary school in Lagos will go to the federal government to get approval. They will go to the Ministry of Education in Lagos State to get their approval. Public schools in Lagos are established by Lagos State government, and that goes for every respective state. And that's why they are the one that supervises and monitors these schools.
To me, I don't want to believe that the listener is.
No, we are just trying to.
He's trying to be unnecessarily difficult.
We're trying to bury our head in the sand.
Like the
when we all know that the funding of this examination fraud is sponsored by parents.
By parents, yeah.
We the parents are the major financiers of the fraud in WAEC, NECO, and JAMB exams.
To me, before the advent of the social media, exam fraud had been on. Now that the social media is here, it has been taken to a different level. And while you were away, I talked about Nigerian certificates being frowned at outside of our country, and it does not cut any ice with many of my listeners.
So it's when we want to pretend. As we are speaking, a whole lot of parents know what they've done, this exam cycle, and what they are planning to do at the NECO exam and at the private GCE. So please don't let us pretend. If parents can stop funding exam malpractices, it will be reduced to the barest minimum.
I have a listener here. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. I greet you.
I greet you. I like your program. But I want to say something. Why not allow people to talk their mind? You only as you are doing
are you listening to the people?
Say their mind. Don't be defending. That is not the work of a journalist. Please.
Well, let us suspend the telephone calls for now, because the listener wants to teach me my job. Thank you for electing to teach me my job. I am saying, after 73 years of existence, the West African Examinations Council, which covers Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and the Gambia, in the Nigerian angle, we are having trouble. We're having a lot of problems, and it does not cut any ice with the listener. The matter is before the National Assembly, and ideally before the National Assembly, which has stepped in. And I'm being told it is the presidency. I don't know where we could go from here. To me, my friend, my guest is trying to tackle the little challenge he has. Okay, may I try this? Good morning to you. Welcome.
Oh, good morning.
Please lift up your voice.
Yeah, good morning, sir. My name is...
Oh dear, please call again. You seem to have been away from your mouthpiece, you know. He didn't quite register here. Let's try this next one. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, my name is Soje from Kotun.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Please, I don't know why. I believe at this moment, some parents, when they feel as a parent at home, they blame government on it. I don't know why people will be blaming government on this issue of educational malpractice. Now, what I want to talk about is about parents paying for special centers for their children. They are the main number one cause of this exam malpractice and failure in examination. WAEC. I have a case on maybe about 5 years ago.
Yeah, please put the put your mouth close to the mouthpiece, please.
Yes, I'm holding the phone to my mouth.
No, I don't seem to be hearing you anymore.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, go on.
Yes, sir. So I say about 5 years ago, there was this school. Extra invigilator came from WAEC invigilator to disrupt their to invigilate their exam. That day, I think they wrote mathematics. A parent have to call the principal of that school that I heard you not write exam today. The principal were like, we wrote exam. You must say no. You know, like my son told me they did not help them in that exam. And the principal told them, your son is supposed to write exam by himself, not we helping him. And ministry were here to invigilate them. So we wrote exam. The woman said, now where is the problem coming from? Many of these schools were open to make money, to do business.
Okay.
So if they don't collect money from these parents, they will go to that place to pay them money for this malpractice.
Yeah, thank you.
So parents contribute more to this examination malpractice.
Thank you. I got that from you. You know, well, dear listener, if you feel up to joining issues, raising new ones, let's do so. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Citizen Jones.
I welcome you.
Yeah, this is Victor calling from Bucknor, Isolos. Now, part of the issues that is happening with WAEC as examination body is the last exam conducted this year. This just concluded examination. We have a situation whereby the WAEC questions are all over the places on the internet, even days before the conduct of the exam. So I think WAEC as an examination body should look inwards. What are the problems? Do they have people within their organization who are putting all these things on the internet? Maybe for a fee. It's a big cartel. So it is not just about the parents, it is not about the schools.
Hello. Okay. 1 minute up. 1 minute is up, rather. So if you feel up to joining the conversation, you may do so. I have a call here. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, my name is Tinubu.
Go on.
And what I want to say is that I want to apologize to people for the callers are used to getting the government, fighting people, quarreling. So any program you bring up to them, they have the need to criticize government and all that. So that's why you're having problem controlling them. I'm sorry, you should get used to it. Because when they hear voice of the people, they believe every program is also targeting the government. That's the problem, sir. And you can imagine people calling our parents too. So you can imagine what they will transfer to their children. Simple instruction, direction on the program. They can follow it. You can imagine what they'll be telling their children. These are the people that will go to centers to begin to fight the legislators and teachers and all that. You understand?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, so it's a national problem. You cannot drop it at somebody's window. You know, it's a national problem. We are all culpable. All of us are guilty. As a parent, are you helping the situation? Do you think you are helping your child, your ward, who you sent to school? You are paying the fees. and getting him or her enrolled in a so-called special center, when you know there is no such thing. Yeah, we have room for one or two more calls. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning to you. Well, I have activated your line. You are on air now. Well, you don't want to speak. So we are looking at WAEC 73 years after. We still are having problems making WAEC what it should be. You know, a sub-regional exams body worth every grain of salt. Sorry to me.
Yeah.
Very sorry. Yeah.
So, I'm not surprised at reactions of parents from home, because the truth is, we know that we are the foundation behind the fraudulent, at least 90% of the funding of special centers and students actively looking for exam questions, expos, are financed by parents. And that's the truth. Until our parents stop funding their children to look for expos or taking them to special centers, we would keep having this issue. The Minister of Education has liaised with WAEC and NECO, and they decided that they will go digital and be doing CBT like JAMB.
I thought WAEC, it was claimed WAEC quarreled, it was not ready for...
No, why didn't quarrel? But you know, stakeholders now came and said that the Shire came and said the government should let WAEC be. Now, the Nigerian Union of Teachers also came out. Now, if you look at teachers invigilators, they themselves, in most schools, this is where they make money.
Okay, it's a money-making machine.
It is. The teachers, invigilators, school management, parents, WAEC supervisors.
Yeah, a caller said we should look on the inside. WAEC should look on the inside.
Yeah, the WAEC is looking on the inside. And WAEC has done quite, and that's what I mentioned. Now you have to have NIN to register for WAEC. Your photo would be on your certificate. Okay. So WAEC has eliminated machineries registering for exam on behalf of people and going there to impersonate them to write the exam. So now the fraud is between the few corrupt elements in WAEC.
Yeah.
The WAEC supervisors who are not WAEC staff, then teachers and invigilators.
Because to me, many people are known to have been arrested for impersonating, writing exams for people. And these people, they are not paid by government, they are paid by parents
yes,
and guardians. That's
so,
what we are saying. Sorry, let me take this call. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, are you there?
Good morning, sir. Yes, I am.
Okay. Seem to be having a glitch with the line. Yeah.
So, when Nigerian Union of Teachers, I think recently, also now added to it and told the Ministry of Education that WAEC NECO going CBT will not curb exam malpractice.
Yeah.
And I was like, you are the teachers. Please tell us what will curb examination fraud. But it is not in their own favor, because once you start doing CBT, the flow of dirty money that they are collecting,
would cease.
It would reduce, because at that time
they won't have access to questions to sell anymore because it will be on the computer, and it won't be the same question. Yeah, it would have been rearranged for candidates. So you open your own question 1, maybe my own question 30.
You see?
You understand? So, and we've noticed that examination malpractices has reduced in JAM. We know it won't totally be eradicated, but it will be greatly reduced. So I was shocked to see NUT's statement, and I'm like, really? Wow. And people have been saying these schools don't have computers. Yeah, I agree with you. But we all now know that our local government and states are collecting humongous amounts. At least in the last 2 years. Maybe let me say 18 months. States, the least state that is collecting, on the average, is collecting 400 million every month. And the state governments have had their own fact too, tripled, sometimes even maybe 4%, 40% more. People are not asking their governors, this secondary school that you have, what are your plans to put computers in them?
Yeah.
Because that's the
next
next
thing. Are the schools computerized?
Yes, that's the next thing we need to do. The state governments are getting...
and at that point, it is not the federal government that will order them.
No, it's not. It's the state respect. And that's why I brought that Imo State story. Anybody can go and search it up. It was just 3 years ago. There was a plenary in the Imo State House of Assembly where the assembly members were fighting JAM because they thought JAM was not fair to their states.
Yeah.
So each state... everybody's just doing what they want, powered by parents. And I'll repeat it, parents are the one paying.
You pay so your child would pass an exam.
Yes.
He or she is not
well prepared
for and does not merit.
So the National Assembly can hold 200 sittings. We will still be coming back to, because I saw that recording, and I did not see them mention or hear them mention parents. And parents in this pyramid are the ones funding the industry. Their children are not working. We are talking about between the ages of 15 to 18, at least on the average for secondary students writing JAM.
Yeah.
But their parents are the one actively financing, getting the exposed to them, not those students. At least 90% is done by parents. The remaining 10% will be for some that have been able to escape the gaze of their mothers.
To me, we must apply the brakes here, but not before thanking you and wishing you a speedy recovery.
Thank you very much.
The American journalist and writer Sam Clemens, said, "Do not allow your studies to interfere with your education. No child, male or female, is educated at school. He or she is only taught at school. When you leave school, what you do with what you were taught constitutes your education. So we wish you well. To me, thank you and good morning to you."